Hey there, welcome to Chubs Gone Wild, number 478, recorded on January 23rd, 2023, where it is 58 degrees. Oh my goodness, is it warm? It's so sunny outside the Chubs Gone Wild remote studios. Aren't you just boiling over there?
No, I'm cold.
Oh, okay. Well, cold like your frozen heart. Okay. Anyway, it's 22 days till Valentine's Day, 281 until Halloween, and only 336 days until Christmas. We need to get our wish lists updated. It's coming up quick. All right. Well, it's also time that we want to be your chubby Valentine. And you can enter the contest. All you have to do is send us an email. And yes, it does have to be an email at chubsgonewild@gmail.com and ask us to be your chubby Valentine. All emails will be entered into a random drawing on February 7th, and the winner will get a little Valentine's Day love from us. So far, we have 3 entries: Mr. Phoenix Dave, Miss Kathy Bacon, and Mr. Moose. Yay! Yay! All right. Patreon offers folks a way to support creators and receive rewards not open to the general public, like special podcast videos, books, and more. We want to thank our current patrons: Clint, Nephi, Nick, DC Sausage from the Universe, Eric, Sean, Charles, Brother Sinatus, Phoenix Dave, Kingsley, and Moose P. Please visit patreon.com/Matt Burlingame if you want to find out how to become a supporter of all our projects for as little as $1 a month. And speaking of projects, back in January 23rd, 1997, not very, very long ago, the day after her unanimous confirmation to the U.S. Senate, Madeleine Albright was sworn in as America's first female Secretary of State by Vice President Al Gore at the White House. As head of the U.S. State Department, Albright was the highest-ranking female official in U.S. history, a distinction that led some to declare the glass ceiling preventing the ascension of women in government had been lifted. Oh, how far we have come since then. All right. Well, today's affirmation: I recognize my own anger when it comes up, and I express and release it in positive and harmless ways.
Ha!
It's so true for me.
I mean, you express it, but but not in harmless ways.
Wait,
I've seen
I
the
express
wrath.
it and
I've
release
seen
it.
your wrath rip apart a family.
What?
I
I
don't know. That's how they always say it on TV.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I never did that. I may have ripped apart a couple attitudes and assholes, but no, other than that, I'm innocent. All right, well, we celebrated some holidays today. I'm sure of it. We're going to check, though, just to make sure. Today is Better Business Communication Day.
Well,
It did
that
have
didn't come into play yet, so go ahead.
it did for me. It was wonderful. Community Manager Appreciation Day. I don't know any community managers to appreciate right now.
Um,
Measure Your Feet Day. Oh, go ahead. Did you find one? Did you think of one? Did you do it?
yeah, I can think of a few, but
Okay. Okay. Is it the hottie who used to be on the city
well,
council?
that's one, sure.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyone else?
But there's lots of community people that are out there working hard every day
That's true.
to better and make things more odd and uncomfortable. I mean,
Yeah.
uh, wonderful and easier to enjoy life.
Fake news. Uh, Measure Your Feet Day. No, no. Okay. National Pie Day. What? It is
Tie, like TIE.
pie. That's weird.
Okay.
Huh? Like Yeah, I don't know. I got it. Okay, National Rhubarb Pie Day.
I've got slices of pie on my underwear day.
Oh, now see, there you go. It's an it's honorary celebration. Now, I
Okay.
have not had rhubarb pie in a long time. I don't know. I think I liked it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I don't remember. Also, it is Snowplow Mailbox Hockey Day. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means. It's too much all in one. Uh, I need my holidays simple, like me. All right. Well, speaking of simple, I mean holidays, we do have some birthdays coming up eventually. Oh, look, they came up. Happy birthday to John and David, that blue jeans guy. And also Lisa Marie. Oh, this is a different Lisa Marie. And of course, Shane and Taryn, Janice, and Marco. Oh, Marco. Look at Marco. Okay, well, we're going to put that fantasy away right now and see what else we got. We got a little feedback. Of course, this was our entry from Mr. Moose, who said, I'd love to be your guys' Valentine. Big hugs to you both, Moose. That
I'm
sounds
going to North Carolina.
ah. Oh, I think we need to book our, those
Flight.
things. Yes, that's the word. Um, Speaking of words, do you have any chub hugs you want to send down?
The people of Ukraine who are still cold and without food and comforts.
Mhm.
Well, we're busy worrying about, you know, Biden and Trump stealing useless pieces of paper. But okay, whatever. Um,
Well,
yeah,
I have to say I'd be more I'm less plussed. Is that the word? I'm nonplussed about Biden since it was like back when he was like what governor and vice president like 100 years ago.
he
Like
was never governor. He was
oh
senator. He was
okay
vice president. He was president, or he is president.
yeah I don't know. I mean those are kind of old.
Well, and it's not just that. It's not like, I mean, he's Biden's the whole time he's been saying, "Oh, here, go ahead and look anywhere, take whatever is yours." I don't know. I got your shit.
Yeah,
And Trump's like, "It's mine. You can't have it."
I
That's the.
need to sell that. I need to be.
And by the way, nonplus wasn't the right word.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm plus now. And was there more chub hugs?
How many more do you need?
What? Okay. Well, do I
What
have?
do you got? What do you got? Come on.
I don't know. I don't.
Exactly.
Well, we have a friend who finally is COVID free. So, yay! That deserves a chub hug now that he's touchable again.
Oh, please, again.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
I hear that if you're not such a whore, you get COVID less.
Oh, well, you tell me. Oh, well, I guess that wouldn't work because you got COVID and you're not really getting any. So, yeah, no. Okay. Oh, guess what? It's time for Tom to talk to you about. No, I guess he's frozen. About? Well, are you going to talk to them about it?
What about my lack of horrity? So how could I be getting COVID?
Hey, you and me both, girl. I'm not out whoring around either.
Yeah, but you're not getting COVID either.
I know. Well, and I'm starting to wonder if I'm one of those people that just doesn't get it.
Well, yeah, but we're not talking about COVID. So my week
Oh,
consisted of let's see, I saw National Treasure caught up there. It's still it's taking too long. Connor's Darlene's horrible again.
what?
Uh, but we had to get back to that sooner or later.
Uh,
RuPaul had a double snatch game this week because
yes.
they have too many people, and the Joan Rivers was really, really good.
Yeah, I think that he absolutely deserved to win for the Joan Rivers. He was the funniest one. Him and okay, I don't know if that was really Rosie O'Donnell, but at least
He
it was
wasn't
funny.
Rosie, but he was funny.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, the rest of them were shit.
Well, I don't know who any of those, well, I don't know who half of those Instagram people are, and
Right.
if that's supposed to be funny,
Well, and that's the thing is that we've seen snatch games where we didn't necessarily really know who the
right, right.
person was, but it was still funny. They still were able to do something. I just thought, wow, God, I was embarrassed for them. I was actually sitting here watching it blushing.
Well, I like the one where they showed Sugar was going on a rant, and
Uh,
RuPaul's trying to get in a word edgewise, and it's like, well, well,
yep,
and
yep,
you could tell she's pissed. She's pissed. This is her fucking show. Um,
uh-huh,
but so yeah, that was kind of that
yeah.
was a
And I
surprise.
absolutely agreed that that person should have gone home.
Yeah, I was right there as
Yeah.
well. Let's see. The Circle finished this week. The new season, well, finished last Wednesday. So, spoiler alert: Sam wins. So,
Oh, okay.
which was actually I was a little bit surprised because I thought she was always on the edge of not being in the know, but being in the she was in the big group, but she was like the least popular in that group. So I was a little bit surprised.
Hmm.
Um, I've been watching Kolchak Night Stalker on Peacock, and so far we've had this week I've watched zombies, aliens, vampires, and werewolves.
Nice.
And the one thing that I find most interesting is the show was made in 1974, which I didn't realize it was that early. I thought it was further towards the 80s, but no. And the people who are on the show are like up and coming actors that, I mean, the guy that played the werewolf, I'm pretty sure he was on like Knots Landing as one of the, like leads.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
and they had Dick Van Patten was on the one with the vampires. He was living next door to a vampire. I
Nice.
think it was the vampire one. But yeah, it's just been it's been like a, oh wow, look how long it was before they got their big break. Uh,
Uh-huh.
and most of the people have definitely been on at least once or twice on the Love Boat or Fantasy Island, because that was really popular too.
Mhm.
We started watching the new show The Last of Us on HBO.
Yes.
The latest vampire movie, or TV show, I should say. Not vampires, zombies. I don't want to.
Ugh.
Yeah, but this one they say it has something to do with like a fungus, because certain funguses can drive insects crazy. Well, they said, well, what happens if that happens to humans? And it, kind of makes the most sense of the zombie. How do the zombies form? I think there's one where there's like a satellite, not a satellite, but what you call it, a comet passes by and everyone turns gone. Yeah, so
Right.
they're
Yeah.
they're all over the place. Um, so we'll see what happens there. But so far, I mean, it's decent. It looks good,
Mhm.
but it's zombies.
Yeah.
Uh, Started watching Velma, which is the Scooby Doo takeoff on HBO Max, and this is where they're just fucking with everything. Uh, everybody's a little off from their characters from Saturday morning cartoons to this. So Velma is a bitchy Indian girl. Um,
Oh,
uh,
nice.
Daphne is um, I don't know if it's Chinese or if it's um, she's played by the mother from Fresh Off the Boat. So I don't know if they're Korean or what. I don't know. But she's playing
Okay.
Daphne, and Fred has a super small penis, that because
I'll work with it.
he hasn't broken into puberty yet, so
Oh,
that's
no,
why
I
he's an asshole, and
don't.
no Scooby Doo at all. So I don't know what's going on. Started watching Night Court. Did you watch Night Court yet?
Yes,
Okay, which
both
is
episodes.
yeah, and which is also on Peacock.
Hmm.
Those of you that don't have regular television. Um, and so far, I haven't hated it. I mean, it feels just like the old show. With we just have to get used to the comedy of the new judge and the other people that are on the show. But
Right.
I think I think it has possibilities, don't you?
Yeah, I think it has a lot of possibilities. I think that the judge, even though I think she was a producer or something on this, but I just feel that her part is a little too Pollyanna. Not that she needs any darkness or anything, but she's just a little too perfect, I think. But the rest of the cast, I'm I'm liking it. I think it has potential. I want to see where it's gonna go because I loved the first one. So I'm hoping, but
And
yeah.
I've also started watching the '70s show,
Oh
or
yeah,
the
the
'90s
90s.
show.
Yeah, so I watched 5 episodes of it yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I'm not. Well, see, I never watched the '70s show really. I mean, if it was on, it was on TV, and I was doing something else, kind of thing.
mhm.
As I, yeah.
Yeah,
And now, who did you think was the hottest from the '70s show?
well, I think probably Kelso, and only because, well, no, Fez was cute too. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
They were all cute in their own way, but
he
me, I
wasn't
probably
super
would have
cute
ended
till
up.
late.
Yes, yes. Oh, and by the way, he makes a recurring character on this one, and he's really freaking hot now.
Well, he has been, so yeah, I
But
wasn't surprised.
I probably would have ended up going for Eric,
Eric is
the geeky main character guy.
Topher Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I always thought was cute, and Brian told me that I was stupid. So
No, I always thought he was cute,
yeah,
but
I didn't like I
yeah,
didn't like I guess Kelso is the uh
Elton Kutcher.
yeah, and he's just as much as I like a kind of a innocent man, he was like an idiot.
Yes, yes.
So that was kind of out, and then yeah, so I was always a little happier with Topher, even though I didn't watch the show.
Right. And I'd seen
Wait,
several seasons.
whose brother was the curly haired guy with the sunglasses?
I don't think he was a brother. I don't
Okay,
think,
who's he
but
related to?
I don't know. I think he was just there. But he was Tommy. He like lived with Tommy Chong for a while, who it has made several guest appearances on
Yes,
this and is funny as hell on it too. I don't think you really need to have been like a 70s show aficionado
I
to
don't think so
appreciate
either.
this. Um, but it is nice to see, well, everybody but the curly haired guy, of course, make cameo appearances.
Yeah, and
It's
I
fun.
mean, it's been little fun
Yeah,
Easter egg kind of things that are
right.
happening, but it doesn't detract from anything. It's only there for those who watch the '70s show.
Yeah,
The '90s show people aren't going to miss anything.
no. And the thing is I really think I really like the stuff that they have with the adults. Like when they have the adults in the scenes, the writing is funny. But when it's just the kids, it's like I don't know, it's like basic bitch writing. It's just like your basic little comedy. Oh, let's put the kids in this scenario. Oh, she has to have her first kiss. Oh, blah blah blah. I don't know, but when they have the adults in the scenes, they're like, oh no, we have to make them funny. Or either that or the actors are so good they make it funny. Um, and the other thing that threw me was she was only the girl in it, she has her birthday halfway through. She was only 14. She turns 15 in the thing. And I'm like, really? You have them whoa, okay. Whoa. That just seems a little too young uh to make it well that interesting.
I mean, like smoking pot and
Well,
drinking.
we'll see. Here's the thing. Honestly, the smoke in the pot, the other kids who are the same age are all having sex already, and all this other stuff. And yet, while I think that well, that's really what those characters might be doing. So why shy away from it at the same time when you're throwing, oh, she's 14 and they're trying to pressure her into, whatever. I don't know. It was just a little weird. I don't know. I just thought maybe they should have bumped her age up a little bit.
You remember that song back during the 70s?
Oh
I
God,
think
here
it
we
was
go.
70s. It may have been early 80s.
Yeah.
She's just 15 years old. Leave her alone, they say.
Oh, vaguely, yes.
Separated by fools that don't know what real love is.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean,
No, I
uh,
mean, and that's the thing is in the real world, I don't think she's too young. I think these are, things that they'd really be doing. But I just, I don't know. But I wish that they would make. I think that if they had made the kids' dialogue more real, funny, succinct, I don't know, something, make them less, Saturday morning sitcom for kids, and then I don't know. I don't know. There's a disconnect there for me. I don't know why.
well, I think it has to do with the fact that if you look at the original show,
Uh-huh.
the kids stuff was bullshit too. It's whoever's writing doesn't they think they have two different audiences, which they kind of do.
Yeah.
Um, and they're trying to appeal to a younger audience with the younger characters, and the older characters get the good writing because
Yeah.
I think that's all there is to it. Or the
Yeah.
better writing. I can't say it's really
Oh,
good.
and I love that they have the gay kid and he's a character and not the gay kid. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
I was surprised they had a gay kid in the 90s.
Uh-huh. And in episode 4 or 5, he makes the choice to come out to the mother or the grandmother, whatever she is now. And it's a really sweet scene. Yeah, she's just like, whatever, honey.
Well, spoiler alert on that one, huh?
Well, actually, that's something that's been talked about through most of the media stuff already. So I
That's
don't
funny. I
think
haven't
it's
read
really
it, but
spoiler.
okay. The other show I saw was called The Trader.
Okay,
You know something about that?
what trader?
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
I
and
guess.
this is Alan Cummings. Uh,
Okay,
he's hosting a bunch of. It's like there's 20 people, and I think half of them are reality stars and half of them are not. I'm not sure why it's that way. Why it's not all reality stars or all. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but they're in some castle in Scotland, and they're. And did you ever remember the mole that was out a few months ago?
I remember you talking about it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. This kind of it feels like the mole. So there's three traders that are chosen by Alan Cummings, and each night they murder somebody in the of the 17 people that are not traders. They murder one each night until the cast can figure out who these murderers or who these traders are. So it's not a great show, but they've got some horrible people like Rachel from Big Brother and Amazing Race.
Oh my God.
So far, she's not as obnoxious, but I'm sure that's coming. And then they've got Brandy from one of the Housewives shows, and the lead from the Shaw of Sunset. So they've got a lot of. They do have some big characters.
Okay.
Um, and so far, I mean, it's interesting. The second challenge was they split them into groups of three. They took six people, and they go, what you're gonna have to do is the six people that we've removed from in front of you, you have to go find them. And if you find them, you win money. And they're like, oh, okay, this will be easy.
Mm.
Well, what they did was they buried the six of them.
What?
Yeah, they were actually in the fucking ground in a hole. And I'm like, oh, fuck this. Oh my God. And
That's
they only had 40 minutes to find them.
no.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So just the idea of being tossed into a hole in the ground was quite something. So, but it was it's got its moments. So we'll see where it goes. Right now we are really just skating the there's not much on television right now.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, it's just terrible. The new seasons haven't started really. I mean, like they threw out Night Court.
Mhm.
American Auto is going to be coming up pretty soon, but for the most part, it is not good. What's really scaring me though is that most of the things I'm watching right now are on Peacock.
I know. How weird is that? I
Well, they
expected that to like go away in 5 minutes.
I did too. They've got some good movies that they've got out, which if you're paying the 4.95, which you get for free with Comcast,
Hmm.
the movies are not broken up with commercials. So that's cool. But I'm watching Quantum Leap. I'm watching the Night Stalker. I'm watching Trader. I'm watching the Night Court. I'll be watching American Auto, and then there's one other one that if I can figure out what's going on with La Jolla, no, not La Jolla, La Brea,
Mm.
uh, then I should be back watching that because it's just dumb. So you kind of want to keep up with the dumbness, otherwise you get too many episodes in and you're like, wait, what?
Hmm.
What? Oh, Jesus. Okay. I see where we're going with this. We're going nowhere. Okay, so that's pretty much mine. Didn't get COVID this week, so
Yay.
oh,
That's
yeah.
good. All right. Well, for me, let's see. Starting off, I have switched from the holiday baking championship to the spring baking championship. I think I just started season 4, and for some reason, Jesse Palmer was there for one season, and now he's gone. So,
Well,
boo.
no, he won't do all of them.
That's so sad.
No, they really, if you look at this, they've got them all over the place. They've got Jesse,
Mhm.
they've got Skunk Boy does one of them, Carla Hall does some of them,
Yeah.
um, Duff and Valerie do one with where they don't even have a host. They are the host and the judges.
I saw that. I think that was during the 2020 thing.
It's the kids baking championship,
Oh, I don't think I want to
which
see.
is on right now, and the kids, they're less obnoxious than they were last season, so that's a plus.
I just
But they are holy does they are so diverse, it's scary.
Oh, well, that's any show right now. And see, that's the thing is I absolutely love the fact that shows are finally fucking diverse, but I like the ones that are diverse and yet choose good people to, well, good actors to perform the parts, etc. I am getting a little annoyed at the shows that pick diverse casts but bad actors. It's like, come on. There's good actors of everything out there. Stop filling holes and fill roles. I just came up with that. All right. Anyway, so yeah, Spearing Banking Championship. I'm enjoying it. I've actually started to like Lorraine. Um, she's the black English judge on those shows. For anyone that's not sure what their names are at this point, uh, I used to watch her and just think, man, she is just the meanest,
But they
picky.
pulled her on the new shows.
They pulled her. Oh yeah, because they have Carla on them. But in the on the older ones,
Oh my God. I can't believe you said that.
what
Okay.
Carla?
Yeah,
Carla's wonderful.
I know, but that's like, oh, they got rid of one black girl so they could put a new black girl in.
Oh, I didn't actually think about it like that, but yeah, yeah. But
Oh God, now you're agreeing with it.
well, I don't care. I love Carla, but I have learned to like Lorraine. I used to think that she on the early shows she was just really overly picky and mean and judgy, and now I think after a couple seasons when she got more comfortable with the judging, I think that she was actually really fun. So
Well,
anyway,
see, I think they brought her in to be a like a Simon
uh-huh.
uh,
I
or
I
a
see that. Yeah.
or a Paul Holiday. So
Hmm. I can totally see that. Okay. I watched a movie called Oblivion. It was from 2013. It's a Tom Cruise movie. Um, I basically I think it was one of those things where I was just too lazy to like not to click it off. So I ended up watching it while I was doing something else. It wasn't bad. Wasn't good necessarily, but it wasn't bad.
no,
Uh,
it's not a bad show.
no,
It's
it is just kind of your standard, like, they're trying to make some quick money off the sci-fi, and you know, he's there. So that's on Netflix if you want to watch it. I wouldn't say not to, but I wouldn't push it either. The new Call Me Cat. The current episode is Call Me Prescription Roulette. And basically, this is the one where Sheila, Kat's mom, moves into a retirement home. And then Kat shows up, and her friends like Kat so much that Sheila ends up feeling like Kat is stealing her new friends. But that is not the case. But you'll just have to watch the episode to find out. It's actually really good because it's really talking about, the aging thing. Sheila is basically going blind, and so she's had to move into a retirement home. And it's fun. It's a fun show now that they've stopped trying to focus on babies and shit like that. Young Sheldon, watch. I think I'm up to almost finishing the first season of Young Sheldon, and it's so fucking good. I am just blown away with it. Um, I thought it was funny though, the last episode that I watched was basically this big tornado. Have you seen Young Sheldon?
no.
Okay. If you haven't seen it, and you don't have anything else to watch, go give it a try. I think you're gonna really like it. But
Oh, it's just you've still got such a hard on for Annie,
Annie, Annie,
Annie,
Annie who?
they, what's her, the grandmother,
Oh, Annie Potts?
Annie
Oh,
Potts.
I
That's
love Annie
I
Potts.
know that's why you love
She's
the
really
show.
fun, but I'll tell you, she's no Annie Potts character that she's ever done, or is this one. She's nuts. But what the hell was I saying? Oh, anyway, it's a big tornado. They all have to hide in the bathroom, and so the mother starts doing this. The tornado will pass over this house, and this I say, I am invoking Jesus's name, and we will not. And basically, and she does this whole thing. And at the end of it, I kind of look over at Heather, and I'm like, all this Christian babble and stuff she just did, she's casting a spell. That's all it is. She might be saying Jesus at the end of it, but she's just casting a spell. So anyway, I just thought that was funny.
You always trying to
I'm
belittle
telling
the
you, they just
Christians.
I ain't belittling them. That's what they get for stealing someone else's religion. Anyway, moving along. Also, I watched for Matinee Minutia this week. I was asked to watch some Gilmore Girls. I have never seen an episode of this before. I had never had any interest in it, although I do know that so many people have really liked it. Are you okay?
What?
Anyway, um, but so many people just love this show, and so I watched 4 episodes of it, and I wasn't horrified. I could see why, being a 1990s show, it did well and people really liked it. It was very much the beginning of the whole girl power thing. It's basically the Good Witch without magic, or, you know, Charmed Light without
So
magic.
they're doing a spell too.
Uh, only on people's hearts.
Listen to you.
Anyway, but the whole thing was all the side to me, all the side characters that they made all kooky and everything, including Gloria from All in the Family, um, were much more interesting than the lead characters. I think that with the lead woman, unless this changed, now I've only watched 4 episodes, it was just trying too hard. But it wasn't a horrible show, but I'm not sure whether I'll go back and watch any more of it. I might, just to see if I don't have anything else to watch. Don't want to watch The Circle or anything quite yet. Anyway, that was my week. We want to remind you to be loud, be proud, be too much, and to be you. Fat Marker Clothing wants those of us who've been told that we are too much of something like that, to turn those negatives into positives. And Chubs listeners, you can do that by using the code FMWildChub to get 20% off anything while ordering over at fatmarkerclothing.com. Now, we do have some advice that we would like to dole out somewhere here. This, of course, comes from Jira Prudy over at slate.com. Please go check them out, support them, and read some other advice. I met my fiance at a house party. I was there with my best friend, who happens to be gorgeous. He began talking to us and kept telling me to after my, and kept talking to me after my best friend left. We made plans to hang out later, and over the last 3 months, our friendship evolved into a wonderful relationship. Recently, my fiance and his good friend had a falling out, and in an act of spite, his friend forwarded me a series of emails from around the time we first met. By reading them, I learned that initially my fiance only spent time with me because he wanted to have a shot with my best friend. He called me plain, repetitive, and mildly annoying. I know those aren't harsh criticisms, and that they came from the first few days of our friendship, but I'm still upset because those are my worst fears about myself. And it hurts to know that the person I'm marrying thought those things about me too. My fiance couldn't be more apologetic, and he's been very sweet and reassuring to me since I received the emails. He didn't say those things out of hand. They were answers when his friend asked him about me. I know he loves me so much. I still can't put those emails out of my mind, though. What can I do to get back to being the happy bride to be? Get over it.
Well, that and that friend who showed them the letters,
Mm-hmm.
needs to be checked as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they were doing it because they thought it was best for them, but yeah, thanks.
Yeah. No, trust me. I mean, I've had several very, very good close friends who, when I first met, you know, probably thought some disparaging remarks about them. But, you get to know somebody and you're like, whatever, that ain't true. They're my boo. Whatever. Just get over it.
Well,
Move
and
on
of
with
course,
feelings. But
so many of us have been robbed of affection from others because of you.
me, what?
Oh yeah, you're always the one out there. Oh yeah, so Matt? Wow, so tell me about Matt. I thought we were going out. Well, yeah, I'm curious about your friend Matt. How's your friend Matt?
You are so full of shit.
It's true. Everyone
Please.
knows it.
Like you know what? I think we've all been there because I've certainly been out with somebody and had this. So tell me more about Tom.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I
You
did.
know,
You
you
know
said
damn well who it is
he's
too.
married.
What?
Well, okay, that one doesn't count.
Yeah,
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 it doesn't really count.
right. And let's not forget the how many times I've been with a new friend only to hear. So tell me about Ouija. Yeah, like, no. Mm-mm. Anyway, let's see what Joe Prudy had to say. The thing about love is that it's a wonder drug that makes the initially plain, slightly annoying person into the most beautiful, fascinating woman in the world. Okay. There would be there would be far fewer happy marriages if everyone who had an initial neutral or even negative reaction to their future spouse didn't stick around to get to know each other better. I've mentioned their marriage before, but Paul and Julia Child were gloriously happy for decades. When they first met, he thought she was a gawky, inward virgin, and she thought he was a self satisfied, I'm going to say that's rogue. Other than that, Rue. But during the course of their friendship, Cupid's dart hit, just as it has for you. Your now fiance, after chatting you up, still could have pursued your friend. He didn't. He probably now sees her as a really stunning woman who's just not right for him because you are. It all seems right that he's had a falling out with his former friend because what a jerk this guy is, forwarding such emails in order to hurt an innocent person. Well, good riddance. Oh, humor can help here. Maybe when you find yourself nattering on before the wedding, you can stop and say, you know what? I'm finding myself to be repetitive and mildly annoying. Although I do think I look pretty good, it will be a relief for the two of you to laugh about how great a romance got its start. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. No. Basically, that's a long way to say, just get over it. Moving on. Hey, Chubs, do you believe in astrology and does your sign fit you?
I don't believe in astrology, but my sign does fit me.
I do believe in astrology to a point. And yes, my sign fits me. And yes, Tom's sign fits him too. So that's why I believe. I believe. Hey, Chubs, if you go to a restaurant and have terrible service, is it ever okay not to tip?
Um, I I'm
Mhm.
sure that there's going to be a time where it's okay not to tip, but for the most part, I don't think it is. Um, but I mean, if somebody is really going out of their way to try to not get tipped, then they're not going to get tipped.
Right.
I mean, I hate saying that, but if if the order's all wrong, their attitude sucks, I
Mm.
can tell that somebody spit in my food. Yeah, no tip. And then I won't ever go back to that restaurant again. But
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, I I mean, if somebody's just being a complete asshole, I would, I don't know, either not tip or it would just be something small. I'm sure Nephi would say that I would tip them just so that they would have a better day. But no, if somebody's deliberately being an asshole to you, fuck that. But otherwise, if they could just be having a, fucked up day.
sure, but yeah,
So
you
I
can tell
wouldn't
the
I wouldn't
difference.
over tip if they were
And
just a bad waiter. But if they
and
were an
you can
asshole,
also tell the difference. I mean, if this some homophobic Karen is giving you shit because of who you're with and what you
Mm,
look like. And if she's working it, she can work it out where she gets no tip.
agreed.
I mean,
Yeah,
but that generally I would never do that, but um, don't push me.
yeah. See, that's something that's very typical of your astrology sign. All right, moving on. Well, what's in your lunchbox? Mr. Moose wrote in, as he does, and said, "Oh my God, these are so good." Well, I mean, he didn't say that, but he started out with chocolate truffles with a picture of chocolate truffles. And let me tell you, those are fucking amazing looking. I want them. I want them now. And Tom doesn't like them though. So he wants you to send his to me. Okay.
Well, it was cool. My niece made toffee for Christmas this year,
Yeah.
and I haven't eaten it yet. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do is with my new food processor,
Hmm.
uh, well, stand mix, I'll say. I'm gonna make some vanilla bean ice cream and then drop some toffee chips into it. I think that'd be
Nice.
good.
That would be very good. I thought you were going to say with your new fondue kit, you're going to you're going to temper some chocolate and then dip it in the chocolate.
I don't have a fondue set.
Oh, now I know what to get you for your birthday.
No,
Yes.
no, those are
Fondue
for
is
people
in.
with cheese. Those are people that like cheese, and
No, you can do more than cheese. You can do
yeah, but
chocolate.
the microwave can do more than cheese too. So,
It's probably better that it does more than just.
well, the microwave can heat the chocolate and do it much better than heating it over a fucking, um, you know, pot of whatever.
Yeah, yeah, toffee. Yeah.
You don't
Okay.
get coffee in there.
He also sent in some Szechuan pork, tender, thin strips of pork with cabbage, mushrooms, and peppers in spicy sauce.
It looks fantastic, but tell those people to cut up those peppers.
I
My
know those
God.
are big peppers, aren't they? But the
Well,
rest of it
that's
looks
like it's like a
wonderful.
half a pepper in two
Yeah.
slices.
Ugh.
But boy, they've got the coverage there, and I can see the little the chili, the red spots where those are
Yeah.
those are yummy. No, the thing looks really good. It looks really good. Oh,
I know. A cold, rainy day here didn't stop me from taking a short walk. Got 5,000 steps in, less than half of a normal day. But did I mention the rain? I'll beg for forgiveness later. Cold and wet, needing something to help warm me up, like ice cream. Maple syrup and walnut ice cream. Right now, this bowl of ice cream feels warmer than me. I'm sorry to hear that, but actually, maple syrup and walnut ice cream sound okay. Thank you. Sound really, really good to me. Yes. You don't like ice cream, so never mind.
yeah. Well, I'm not a huge fan of ice cream, but
Do you know what we had the other day? Mom needed something sweet. And for some reason, I got this can. I don't know what possessed me, but I put, blow it. I put graham crackers, like crunched them up on the bottom, put some vanilla bean ice cream on it, and then the cans of like cherry topping that you would put on a cheesecake, the already sweetened. I put that on it. Oh my God, was that good? That was just brilliant. So mom loved it. I loved it. And there we go. Thank you so much, Mr. Moose. If you would like to send us what's in your lunchbox, just send it to us at chubsgonewild@gmail.com. And likewise, if you want to send us questions for Hey Chubs, please just send it to chubsgonewild@gmail.com. And Golden Rule Services want you to know about an important tool in preventing you from contracting HIV. PrEP is a medication proven to be 99% effective when preventing HIV infection. To learn more about PrEP, visit sacgrs.org. And, goodness, it's all noises around here. Noise is off. Oh, show those titties, girl. Everybody's suddenly running to the YouTube. Uh, find Tom's. other podcasts at swannerandjudd.com. Find my books over at justkisstheguy.com. Find all our links at allmylinks.com/Chubs Gone Wild. And you can give us a call at
408-69 Chubs.
Oh, C. Bacon, you've forever changed the course of this show. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
Happy first quarter of the year birthday. Okay.